Hi everyone, it's me Crystal. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. If not, welcome for the very first time to my little art corner here on YouTube. Today we're going to be using the items that came in the October 2021 Paletteful Packs box, which basically included a bunch of blue markers, some black markers, a white gel pen, and some blue toned paper. Because of the art supplies we were given, I decided to draw Toshio from the Grudge movies, also known as the Ju-on movies. For the sketch, I just used a regular pencil that says Winging It on it. It's not a fancy drawing pencil or anything like that. We are just putting in our plumb lines and getting our basic shapes down at this point. To get some semblance of proportions, I am using my finger and the pencil to measure distances between the objects of the face, such as the eyes, nose, and mouth placements. After I get my basic sketch in, I go in with the Fudanesque brush pens. Both of them are black. We're getting in the darkest points of the drawing at this point. I started with the hard tip one, and then I switched to the soft tip one in order to fill larger spaces. I'm getting the darkest points of my outline in. I filled in the eyes because it's a very dark point of the reference photo we used, and I'm also filling in the top lip the same way. I will start filling in the entire background using these markers. It would have been better to use a bigger black marker, but I'm just going to use what we got in the box. For the highlights, I did try to keep that part of the paper completely clear of marker before adding the white gel pen. I did mess up on that in a couple places. I've noticed specifically with these kind of markers that if you put a white highlight over it with the gel pen, it doesn't quite pull back all the way up to white again. Adding all the black to this part of the drawing took a very long time. If I was using a larger marker, it would have taken much less time. If you're going to do something similar, I would suggest pulling in a different marker for this. I also have a tendency when I'm doing drawings like this to move the paper around quite a bit in order to make filling in certain areas just easier on me, my hand, and my back. After getting that background filled in, I will move into the shadows that are on the neck and chest area. At certain points, I will also be using the black markers to do some subtle hatching before we start pulling in the blues that we have going on later. By the way, we're still adding black. This is going to go on for a little bit longer, so I'm going to let you just chill to the music we have going on now. After that layer is all in, I pull in a kneaded eraser to get rid of all of my pencil lines. And after that, I use the darkest blue to go over all of the black that we have in there already, just to marry all the blues together and to help blend out the tiny, tiny little lines that we have from those tiny, tiny little black markers. Specifically, the blue I am using is the number 555 one. So many fives, triple fives. I then start pulling that same blue into other areas of the drawing where it'll be the next darkest spots. We're just basically starting our shading process. Then I start establishing the white highlights we're going to have throughout the face. I'm doing this with the Jelly Roll pen that came in the box. I switch back to the darkest blue and fill in some more sections doing that. I also pull in a little bit of hatching because I know that I can't blend these markers that well, and I think adding some texture will be a lot of fun. I switch to the next darkest shade of blue, and this is number 535. Then I experiment with the blender, using it to pull out the colors that I already have laid down into the areas of the paper that aren't covered yet. I guess I'm trying to mimic some kind of watercolor application with these markers since they are water-based. After using the blender, I do go in with one of the lighter blues to help marry some of the shades that we already have going on a little bit better. I had the same issue I always have with these markers where the paper started to pull up. I intentionally was trying not to do as many layers because I know this is an issue with these markers. At this point we have most of our shading in, and I just start going in with the blue markers and the white gel pen and creating vertical hatching lines to add more texture to the drawing. I do really like the effect that this added to it. I feel that it makes it look more ghostly, almost as though it's a distorted image. But with that, this project and therefore this video are pretty much done. If you liked it, please hit that like button. If you have any comments, questions, feelings, concerns, or you'd like to tell me what you did with this month's box, please let me know all about that in the comment section down below. As always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day or night to watch this video, listen to me ramble. I greatly appreciate it. And I look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Bye, everybody!